Welcome to the Happy Black Woman Podcast, the show for ambitious Black women who want it all. I'm your host, Rosetta Thurman, and my mission is to educate, inspire, and empower Black women all over the world to create amazing lives and successful businesses. As a mindset coach and business mentor, I teach you how to achieve your big goals faster than you ever thought possible. And if you're ready to transform your mindset, get out of your own way, and become the woman you know you were meant to be, you are definitely in the right place. Now let's get into the show. Hello, ladies. Welcome to episode number 109. I'm really excited to talk about today's topic because it's all about my entrepreneurs. I want to talk about how you can earn more money in your business this year. There are so many conversations happening about marketing strategies and what you're going to do to build your brand and grow your tribe and be on social media and get more visible this year. And that is all well and good. We all need to be making those plans and doing those things. However, today, I'm going to invite you to take a step back and make sure that all of your planning and action steps are actually in alignment with the kind of money you want to make this year, with your revenue goals that you want to achieve for 2018. So today I want to just share some of the things that I do and that I've been teaching my clients to do in order to manifest financial abundance in your business, because number of likes on your Facebook page, number of people who like your Instagram are not an accurate reflection of financial abundance in your business in terms of revenue and sales that you're bringing in. So let's talk about money today, shall we? First, I do want to let you know that today's episode is brought to you by the Happy Black Woman Business Academy. Enrollment is finally reopening for a few days this week only. So if you're listening to this podcast at the time of airing, you will have time to get in and join me for an entire year of getting the training, support, coaching, and accountability that you need for your business. It is a phenomenal group of supportive Black women entrepreneurs, and you can learn more about the Academy at happyblackwomanacademy.com. And if you're listening to this later and you missed out on enrollment, stay tuned. We will be opening enrollment several times this year. All right, so let's get into it. How can you earn more money in your business this year? What are some of the things that you can do looking at the big picture that are not really tactical, worrying about what you should specifically be posting on social media every day? So taking a step back, number one, here is the first place that I begin with all of my clients and students. Number one, decide how much revenue you want to earn in your business over the next 12 months. I know, right? Duh moment. But this is so important because so many women entrepreneurs do not decide for themselves how much money they want to bring in. They go directly into, okay, how do I need to market? What do I need to do? You know, what kind of podcast should I start? What kind of website should I have? All these things that really may not be important for the kind of revenue that you want to make. You don't need a big fancy website for a revenue goal that's $1,000 a month. You don't need to be doing Facebook ads for a revenue goal that is $1,000 a month. So you need to first decide how much money do you want to bring into your business? What is your revenue goal? And when I say revenue goal, I mean gross revenue, because there's so many different factors that go into net revenue in terms of, your expenses and all that kind of stuff. So just to keep it simple, I want you to set a ballpark figure for your revenue goal. Of course, if you've been in the game for a little while, a few years, you have data to use to be able to look at your expenses. But for the people just starting out, you don't know what your expenses are going to be. You have, some idea that you're going to have to put out some money for your web hosting. You're going to have to hire maybe someone to do your graphic design. Maybe you're going to have to get some help from someone on Fiverr. Maybe you're going to have to get a few hours from a VA. But truth be told, you don't really know in the beginning what's necessary. You learn as you go and you use the information that you have. So ballpark figure, how much money do you want to bring in? For many of my clients, their first goal is to get to that $1,000 a month consistently. That's where I started. When I first started my first business back in 2008, I was doing nonprofit consulting, writing, speaking, coaching. And one of my first gigs was a freelance writing column that I did online about nonprofit careers and giving tips and advice from my own experience. And I got paid $1,000 a month to write a certain number of articles for this particular nonprofit website. And that was awesome, to have $12,000 a year coming in was great. And so from that source. So that's often one of the first goals that people have. Now, the second goal that you may have is, $2,500 to $3,000 a month, and then $5,000 a month, and then $10K months. Those are for the people that want to have a six-figure year. If you want to have a six-figure year, you really want to shoot to have 10K months in 2018 on average, right? Every month may not be that amount, but on average, that's how much you got to be bringing in to be able to have your six-figure year. So decide what is that amount that you want to bring in, because everything else flows from there. Truth be told, there are some things that I wouldn't even have imagined doing back when my goal was $1,000 a month, back when I was happy to just replace my salary. Those are very different goals. The woman who has a goal to have a six-figure year, her action steps and her plans are very different than the woman who is trying to get to her first 1K a month. All right. So first of all, decide. So let's say that you're one of those women, you want to get to your six figures. You want to get your $100,000 or more, right? So let's just say that to you. Write that down. Say to yourself and write down that is your goal, $100,000 for 2018. Now you can go to step two. Step two is to set your intention for bringing in that $100,000, for attracting that $100,000, for manifesting that $100,000. And one of the ways that I like to set my intention for my revenue goal for the year is to write myself a check. And I love this resource from The Secret. Many of you may have watched The Secret movie, read The Secret book. It's all about the law of attraction and attracting things to you through your thought and your beliefs and your actions. So on their website, on The Secret website, I'll put the link in the show notes here, but basically you go to the website for The Secret and you download this document called the Magic Check. And I've been using this for a few years now, and basically you print it out. I like to print mine in color, and you write out the amount that you want to manifest. And the check is really cool. It says pay to the order of blank, and you put your name in there, and then it has a space for you to write the amount. And the cool thing about it is it says the check itself, obviously it's not a real check. It's representative of the checks you're going to receive, but it says that it's from the gratitude bank of the universe. So it's really just a reminder to me that I can be grateful for the money that is coming to me. I can have faith that it is coming to me. And I could recognize that this money is not going to come to me just from my own efforts. It's going to be from me putting myself out there into the universe and accepting all that God has for me and all the people that God placed into my life, whether that's clients, referral partners, different things that'll happen because I put this intention out into the universe. So setting your intention requires you to, write it down. And one of the specific ways I do it is by writing a magic check to myself. And so the way I have it set up right now in my home office is I have my wall calendar and I have my magic check that's kind of attached to the calendar where I can see it every day. So I wrote my magic check, I put it there, and I recommend that you do the same, especially if you're visual, especially if you want that reminder of what your intention is for your revenue for the year. And I want to pause there because some people may be asking themselves, well, how do I know if the amount that I put is the right amount? Or how do I know if it's realistic? How do I know if it's doable? And the truth is that the only person who can decide whether that amount is realistic or doable is you. So my advice is to start with your desire. If you desire to make $1,000 a month, you're just starting out, great. Follow that desire and trust it and write that down for yourself. That's $12,000 for the year. That's your annual revenue goal for 2018. If you really desire to have $5,000 a month and you know what you want to do with that money, you know that would allow you to quit your job and that's your ultimate desire, that's the one that lights you up and excites you, trust it and write that down. What I don't want you to do is to live in fantasy land and be saying, well, I've never made any money before in my business. I'm starting from scratch, from zero. I don't have any email lists. I don't have anybody on my social media. But you know what? I'm going to make $100,000 this year. That's, for the most part, that's living in fantasy land. So I do want you to be in reality about your goals. It needs to make sense. Otherwise, it's just a dream, a wish, a fantasy, and you're not going to be able to take action on it because it's kind of crazy. So follow your desire, make sure that your revenue goals are based in reality, and then set that intention. All right. So what number are we on? Number 3. And I'm just giving some tips here, and I'll recap at the end. So my third tip is to, once you set your intention, to thank God in advance. I believe that manifesting money, making money in your business is not just a transactional process, a linear process, an action-oriented process, but it's also a spiritual process because being an entrepreneur, especially a Black woman entrepreneur in the world we live in, is an act of faith. Your faith is tested all the time, and there is an important element of spirituality in it. I am not a religious person. You've probably heard me say that many times on this show, but I am a very spiritual person, and my spiritual source is God. Your spiritual source may be Buddha, the universe, spirit, whatever you want to call it, the higher power that you look up to, that you are guided by. So just, thank that source. Thank that spiritual source. Thank that higher power that you believe in. So I thank God in advance. So one of the ways I do this is through journaling. So once I've set my revenue goal, decided my revenue goal, set my intention, wrote my magic check to myself, I thank God in advance. So here's what that looks like in my journal and even out loud. So I'll write in my journal and then read it out loud. And here's what I write. Thank you, God, for my $1 million year. Thank you, God, for my $1 million year. Thank you, God, for my $1 million year. And I just keep writing that. I probably wrote my revenue goal down as a thank you at least 10, 12, 15 times. And I just say it out loud. And when you say it out loud, thank you, God, for my $1 million year. Thank you, God, for my $100,000 year. Thank you, God, for my $60,000 year. Thank you, God, for my $12,000 year, whatever it is that you have set the intention for. When you thank God in advance, when you thank the universe in advance, when you thank whoever your trusted spirit source is, you are really embodying true faith because the money is not here yet. It's not in your bank account yet, but you have a belief that it's coming. And when you thank God in advance, you are practicing true, pure faith. Thank you, God, for my $1 million year. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Those 2 words of gratitude get you into an energy of abundance. It gets you into a place where you know it's coming and you don't have to worry. And it doesn't matter, what's going on, or if the first idea doesn't work out. You've got an entire year to make this happen. You've got an entire year to get guided to what you're meant to do and how you're meant to do it. So thank God in advance. Another way to do this is to journal using the prompt, I am so happy and grateful that ... right? So you can say in your journal, write in your journal and say out loud, I am so happy and grateful for my 6-figure year. I'm so happy and grateful for my $100,000 that I've earned this year. I'm so happy and grateful that I've been able to bring in $12,000 this year. Write it out as if it's already happened. When you write something out as if it's already happened, your brain does not know the difference, and you start to program yourself that this is the truth of your life. The truth of your life and the truth of what you're capable of is in your journal. It's in what you're thanking God for in advance. It's in what you're saying that you're happy and grateful for now. You don't wait until the end of the year and be like, oh, okay, now I can say thank you. In order to get to the end of the year, having the revenue you want, you have to be grateful now. You don't wait until, a lot of people say, well, I'll just see what happens. I'll just, do what I can do and see what happens. That's not the attitude that's going to get you to your revenue goal this year. That's what you've been doing for the past few years and it hasn't worked. Why don't you try having faith? Why don't you try, bringing that spirituality into your business? Why don't you try believing in yourself and what is possible for you? Why don't you try speaking life into your business goals this year? That's what I'm on right now. Like, I am so about bringing your full self into your business this year that I can't help but share it. I can't help but teach it. I can't help but really open up to you what is working for me and for my clients, especially in our Happy Black Woman Business Academy. So be thankful in advance. Have gratitude in advance. Don't just say, I'll wait to see what happens, because that is the total opposite of faith. All right. So that's my third tip. And my fourth and final tip is take inspired action. After you have decided how much you want to earn, you've set your intention, you've thanked God in advance, and you have faith that it is coming to you, you have to take action on that. I have to say that once I journal, once I get into that energy of what I want and what I'm creating, I can't help but be inspired. I get so motivated. I get done writing in my journal and I'm like, oh man, what can I do today? What am I meant to do today? Let me go ahead and post on Facebook. Let me go ahead and send out an email. Let me go ahead and make a video. Let me go ahead and do a live stream, because I am so fired up. It's just something that feeds you. Gratitude feeds you. And many of you know, if you listen to my previous episodes about my word of the year, it's gratitude. It's gratitude. And gratitude is, for me, also a spiritual process. When you are grateful for something, you don't need to just be grateful for what you have. Yes, I'm grateful for the fact that I am in good health. I'm grateful for the fact that, I have been able to share my message with the world. I'm grateful that I get to host amazing events. And I'm also grateful for the things that I have not seen yet. I'm grateful for the things that are on their way to me. I'm grateful for those milestones and achievements that I am working on. I'm grateful for it all in advance, because I know that it's coming to me and I have no doubt that it's going to happen. Do I know exactly how it's going to go down? No. Do I, fully see the whole path clearly right now? No. And that's okay. And that's expected. So it's called living life, right? You have to take inspired action based on your desire, based on the things that you want to accomplish in your business, based on the people that you want to help as a result of your products and services. You have to take action from your inspiration, not from your fear, by the way. When you take action out of fear, from the perspective, oh, I got to make a video because everybody says I have to be on video. Oh, I hate being on video, but I have to do it or I won't make money. Like, when you take action based out of fear, that's not sustainable. It really makes your business something that is not joyful. It makes it hard for you to make money. This year, when I'm talking about taking inspired action, I want you to take that action that lights you up. If you don't like video, fine, don't do video. Write a blog post instead. Send out an email instead. If you don't like writing, make a video, do a live stream instead. Put all the information about your program in the video. You don't have to make a long sales page just because everyone else has it, right? Take the action that inspires you. You cannot consistently take action on something that is draining to you. It has to make sense. It has to be inspiring. It has to be motivating. It has to be something that's like, yes, I got up this morning. I had a great idea for a live stream and I did it. I got up this morning. I had a great idea for a blog post and I wrote it. I got up this morning, had a great idea for an email, and so I sent it out. That is inspired action. That's the action that's going to take you so much further in your business than the, obligated, I got to write a blog post today because, that's what everyone else is doing. Or I got to create a Facebook group because everyone else has a Facebook group. You don't want that, humdrum, gotta do it energy in your business. You want that, I am so excited to post in my Facebook group today. I am so grateful that I get to make a video today that people are gonna watch and they're going to be inspired and they're gonna get some value for their life. Like that energy is what's going to bring more clients and money to you anyway. So just do what's inspiring for you. If all you want to do is write blog posts, just write those damn blog posts every single week. You don't have to do what everyone else is doing because it's not sustainable. On the days when you don't feel like it, everything's going to shut down. And I've been there and I've done that. And my money has shut down. So I've learned that I've got to do what feels good to me. And yes, I still need to stretch myself and challenge myself, and you do too. But not to the point where you're like, I hate my business. This is so hard. When is it going to get easier, right? Because the way that you're building your business now is how it's going to grow. So if you want growth to come hard, it's going to come hard forever. If you want it to be easy, let it be easy now. Let it be inspired now. All right. So just to recap, when it comes to earning more money in your business this year, it's not just about the tactics. It's about you taking a step back, looking at the big picture, and number one, deciding how much money you want to earn over the next year. Number two, setting your intention by writing a magic check to yourself or just writing your revenue goal down in general. Put it in writing. Number three, thanking God or your trusted source in advance so that you are embodying faith, knowing that it's coming to you, not having any doubt in saying, well, I'll wait to see what happens. It's not about waiting to see what happens. It's about participating fully in the manifestation of your goal. And number four, taking inspired action on what lights you up. Taking inspired action on what you feel guided to do in your business and going hard on that, not what someone else is doing that you feel like you have to do to be successful. You are your own unique person. You were born you, and that's your gift. Nobody can be you. And so use that to your advantage. use what's unique about you to your advantage. Use what's different about you to your advantage, and not feeling like you have to be a cookie cutter of someone else's business. And with that, I will invite you to join me inside the Happy Black Woman Business Academy if you want to be inspired and mentored to create a business that is inspiring, to create a business that is location independent, where you can run it from anywhere in the world, to create a business that helps other people. And it's not just all about the money, but really learning how you can get paid to do what you love, to help other people, whether that's as a speaker, a coach, a consultant, a mentor, an event host, a course creator, an author. All of that is inside of the academy, teaching you the marketing strategies, the sales strategies, and the mindset and personal development that's necessary. You cannot have the tactics without the mindset. Without the mindset, the tactics just don't work. Or if they do, it's for a short period of time. It's not sustainable, and you fall back into your old habits. So if this sounds interesting to you, please don't hesitate. We are only opening enrollment for a few days. for the Academy, go to happyblackwomanacademy.com. I would love to work with you over the next year. We do a monthly masterclass live. We do a monthly group coaching call live, and we have some amazing resources in our training library that you can access, of courses I've done, master classes I've recorded, resources from my own business, swipe files, sample emails. There's so much inside of the Academy that I know will support you. So I hope to see you inside the Academy this year. Go to happyblackwomanacademy.com. I'll put all the links in the show notes, and have a beautiful week. I will talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye. Thank you for listening to the Happy Black Woman podcast. If you enjoyed today's show, there are 2 things you can do. Number 1, leave me a rating and review on iTunes. It would mean so much to me, and it would help so many more women find the show so they can be inspired as well. Number 2, join our private Facebook community where you can meet hundreds of like-minded women from around the world. To join the group, go to happyblackwomantribe.com. And until next time, remember, you can do anything you want with your life, and no one can stop you but you.